In this lesson, we're going to be setting up views to model our glass panels. Revit is built on being able to see the model from different views. These views do not come automatically set up. It's a good practice to set up the appropriate views such as elevations, sections, and callouts before you start modeling something. The objective of this lesson is to create 3 elevations and name them south, east, and north. To get started, find the Revit model called Panels and Stringers and follow along. These are the 3 elevations we're going to add. In the project browser under floor plans, make sure you're in level 1. Let's zoom in on our stairs and let's start popping in some elevations. On the View tab, click the Elevation button. The problem with elevations is they sometimes want to go in the directions they want to go in. So what we're going to do is not worry too much about that. We're going to put one in and I'll explain to you what the deal is. Click a spot right there and hit Escape a couple times. Select the box of the elevation. What I want you to do is uncheck this. View Elevation 1A will be deleted. This means that that elevation is gone. It's going to be deleted. It's never coming back. Click OK. This elevation, go ahead and click it on. That's the elevation we want. This will wind up being our south elevation. Let's add 2 more elevations. Let's add one here. Let's add one here. Neither are pointing the direction we want them to. That's fine, they're going in a second. Hit Escape a couple times. Let's zoom in on this elevation. Let's turn off this view. Click OK. Let's turn on that view. Select this elevation. We'll turn off that view. Click OK. And we'll turn on this view. Now the next thing you should always do is rename them. Go ahead and select this bottom one, and let's rename it to South Elevation. So in the properties, let's scroll down the view name, and instead of Elevation 1B, it's going to be South Elevation. Click Apply. For this elevation here, select that. Let's go to the properties. Let's call it East Elevation. Click Apply. For this elevation, let's call it North Elevation. Click Apply. Now, a couple other things we need to do. One is we should adjust how deep into the stairs our elevation is looking. We have a little drag tip here. If you click that, just drag it in so you can't see beyond it in the other railing. It gets really confusing when you're working on this railing and you can see this railing in the background. Select this guy here. Let's do the same thing. Let's pull him all the way in to here. And while we're at it, why don't we grab the grips all the way out on the end and kind of bring them in so it's a little bit tighter. When you drag this view onto a sheet, you're going to be glad you did that. This view here, let's do the same exact thing. Why don't we drag this guy over here? Why don't we pull this guy down a little bit? That way we're not going to be confused when we're modeling the stairs. So, awesome. We're now set up to really work on these stairs. With the proper elevations in the model, and most importantly, named appropriately, we can get back to the business of creating stairs.